Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another episode of Event TV. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad that you all are here. I know that you all have been enjoying lots and lots of information about these amazing people in this world, these people who are filled with purpose. And we have another very, very purpose filled, powerful woman here today. And I'm going to go ahead and bring her on. She is amazing, so she can introduce herself. You all, we have the amazing Jasmine Womack. Hey, Jasmine, how are you?
I am well. I'm well. Thank you, Dr. Shanna, for bringing me on and inviting me. Excited to chat.
Yes, yes, I'm so excited too. I have been watching you from afar. You are such an astute businesswoman. I'm so honored to have you here today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Excited to be here.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So, Jasmine, just tell the world, who are you and what do you do?
Well, I'm the person that you come to when you want results, when you want to elevate your authority and get published and paid. So I help experts and leaders to transform their $1 million message into a best-selling book, high-ticket curriculum-based coaching program, and become a sought-after speaker. So I help my clients to be known, to be respected, to be paid well through their intellectual property.
Awesome, awesome. Love that. And you do that via a book.
Yep, helping our clients to not just write books because a lot of people write books, but we
Right.
write thought leadership books or books that help to position your expertise, and then I work with my clients to transform or to leverage their books to grow their consulting or service based businesses.
Nice, nice, nice. Okay. So tell me, Jasmine, you're doing this right now. How did you get into this? Because you're a very, very successful, entrepreneur.
Yeah, well, I was a middle school language arts teacher for 12 years, and so
Whoa, wait, language arts? That's my
yeah.
favorite.
Yeah, it was mine too. I was teaching it. So I taught storytelling and writing, and I was the school writing coach, department chair, held various positions, leadership positions within the school. And so it had always been my one of my goals to write a book. I've always been a very strong writer. When
Nice.
I was a child, I would write poems, I would write stories. I was an award winner, from a very young age through writing
Wow.
stories and submitting them. And like when I went to high school, I was the drum major in the band, so I was in student leadership. We had a band size of about 200. I was head drum major in a high step and marching band, and I also wrote essays, did plays, performed on stage, went to college, did more of the same. And so it's almost like things came full circle because now I'm actually running a business helping
Nice.
leaders and experts to package their knowledge and information in a book and speak and coach and lead and all of the things. But it started out when I was teaching. It had been my goal for quite some time to write a book, and I just felt
Great.
qualified but unqualified, meaning that
Mm,
I felt qualified in that I had the skill set and I knew that I could do it, but I felt unqualified in that I knew that I didn't have a brand. I felt like, oh, I'm a school teacher. Nobody really knows me. And so the thought of getting it out there was overwhelming at the time. It
right.
was when I was at home pregnant with my son, my second pregnancy, and I was placed on bed rest at 6 months. And I'm sitting in the house every day and I'm like, you know what? I have to have something to show for this time. I've got to have something to show for my time here. And so I knew that by the time my baby came, I need to be done with my book. So when I shifted my mindset and stopped overthinking the process, I went from procrastinating off and on, on writer's block, doing writer's block with my book for years to finishing my book in 12 days. And then I published it
12
the following,
days.
yeah. hmm And
Wow.
I published it the following year while I was still teaching. And that was really the beginning of the rest of my life. So that's a little bit about how I got started, with my book that following year. I was department chair, I was still teaching, but that's when I began to actually leverage my book. So I was leveraging my book to speak on the weekends. I was doing virtual workshops. And then that transformed into a membership community and into an agency because others started asking me to help them with theirs. And I ended up, after 18 months, being able to walk away from the classroom as a six figure, because I built a six-figure business while I,
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So you built a six-figure business while you were teaching, and
yeah,
then you decided to um, build this out, your
yeah.
business. Nice, nice. So tell me, Jasmine, why? Why just why did you decide to do all of this, build this amazing empire? Why isn't it dancing or singing or cooking or any of those things that none I could do?
This is my gift.
Gift.
Like the
Mm.
word says, your gift will make room for you and bring you before great men. And so I like doing some of the other things, but that's not my gift. This is my gift. It always has been. And so when I began to
Love
see
it.
how my words help others to transform, and when I began to see um, how the work that I was doing helped others to accomplish their goals and dreams,
Right. That's a
that
good thing.
was what gave me the fire to keep going. And then when you learn how to make money on your own, like, and
Right.
you create that, like, you create that option and that skill set. It's like when you know how to create money on your own, no one can ever take that from you. And it
Mhm.
just lights a different type of fire under you, because you really feel unstoppable.
Absolutely. I love that you say that. You said that. Love it. So, with that being said, you had this new epiphany. Not only that you had this gift, but this gift could help others in the world expand their territory and make themselves a pretty penny. Who did you become in the process? I mean, what differences do you see from Jasmine when you were in the classroom and Jasmine now?
That's a good question. There's a lot of differences because you don't just attain success, you become the type of person that achieves certain things. And
Right.
so I would say the number one thing that I had to change was my mindset. And I had to change my mindset around a lot of things. I had to change my mindset around how I use my time. I had to change my mindset around my how I felt about my capabilities and even my possibilities. I had to change my mindset around what I thought I wanted and the way that I thought I wanted
Oh,
it, you know? And
right.
I really had to develop a spirit of nobody's going to stop me. And if
Wow.
somebody tells me no, I'm not going to let that stop me. I'm looking for the yes. And so I really became, I'm looking for the yes type of person, and really learning how to look at the opportunities instead of the obstacles. Because I used to be very emotional person. Like so much
Right.
to the point where if something happens, I couldn't function right, like I'm all up in my head and my thoughts, in the bed, don't want to get out, that type of thing. Just like, okay, give yourself a little bit of time to grieve or be sad and then move on. Because I just choose to live my life and glorify God in the way that I live my life. And
Right.
that's by being progressive.
Right. Right. Yeah. I love that. Because and I'm very, very proud of you because you're a mommy of, you got two babies, or
I
right?
have 2 of my own, and I have 2 bonus babies as well.
Okay, you got four babies, you have a hubby, you have a business, and well, and in your business, you run several programs. Wow. And you have staff, you have a team that you manage. So, how? What is the secret, Jasmine?
The grace of God.
Grace of God,
I
yeah.
will honestly
We've
say
heard
this
stories
too.
about you, how disciplined you are, and how you are just on it.
I
You
would
know
say this too.
how, how?
My husband has and is helping me a lot, but we haven't always been in this space where we are now.
Mm.
And a lot of it was because I just was kind of hard headed. I can admit that
Oh,
now. But he's always like, Jazz, he's always been in one of my ear, Jazz, you don't have to work that hard. And if you do, it might not be worth it. And so
right.
over the years, it's actually taken me a lot of time to get my programs to where they are now. Because at
Hmm.
one point in time, I could never imagine running 3 simultaneous programs. I didn't want to. But now
Right.
it's so seamless and we're able to do it so easily and effortlessly and help our clients on different levels get a phenomenal results. And
Right.
so um it definitely took a lot of perseverance. It took a lot of analysis as well, and really sitting back to see what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it. I've invested so much into programs over the years. And, when you
Yes.
invest into programs, you start to do things a certain way because that's how you learn to do it until
Right.
you realize, what, this method of doing this is extremely expensive, or this just does not necessarily work for me, or I can find a more efficient way or a better way to do this in a way that's going to work for me and yield more profits. And so it took a lot of trial and error, a lot of testing
Mhm.
um, to get things to where they are now. But I will honestly say, my family has been supportive. They've been patient with me through the
Yeah.
process, you know, um, and I have a lot of support from my husband, my kids, my mom, my aunts, because they'll watch my kids if I have to go out of town. So it's definitely not it's all you, Jasmine. It definitely is
It's
is
village.
a community, is a village. Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, because you're not just the mom that, you know, is momming. You are there at the school, and participating in program and running your business. So hats off to you. I love that. I love that. So with that being said, where do you go from here? What's next for Jasmine Womack?
um, for me, I'm in a period now where I'm beginning to transition. I'm in a doctoral program. I know you and I were having a
Oh,
conversation
congratulations.
offline. Thank
Yeah.
you. And so I'm working on my doctorate in leadership. And I have I'm so sorry about that. I
It's
have a background in leadership. And I really want to lean into that more. A lot
Mhm.
of my clients are in leadership. I have a lot of principals, school principals, CEOs, business owners, district leaders, a lot of people who are currently in my programs and who are, even considering. And it's just like, they don't just come just to write the book. They leave as better leaders. They leave as better versions of themselves. And so one of the things about my messaging right now being published and paid is more so centered on books, but we're going
Mhm.
to be transitioning more to the elevate your authority, and stepping into that leader, stepping into that
Mhm.
powerhouse. Of course, having your published products or whatnot, but those are some of the transitions, that I'm making. Definitely doing more in the corporate space in terms of workshops and trainings and development as well.
Got you. Love that for you. Love that for you. So, Publishes and Paid is your program right now. And you have an upcoming event that's happening in October. You want
I
to tell us
do.
about that for all of you who are wanting to find out more about how to elevate your platform right now? Jasmine, tell us how.
Oh, yes. So it's Published and Paid live. It is October 11th and 12th in Atlanta, Georgia, with the bonus VI with the VIP day on October 10th. So I love Published and Paid live because we have a room of experts and leaders who come to learn how to package their intellectual property, that's their skill set combined with their story, into a best-selling book, and how to transform that into a curriculum-based high-ticket offer and sell it as well. So we have a good time, and our clients also leave with whole entire books outlined and programs developed and signature speeches created. And so we do a lot of work in the room, but we have a good time doing it.
Right, right. Okay, awesome. And so that's in Atlanta, August 11th and 12th. So if you
October.
are
October.
listening, oh, I'm
October.
sorry. I looked at October and said something else. Yeah, October 11th and 12th. And for everyone who is listening, we will make sure that you have the link that's connected here. So you could go ahead and grab your seats because this event typically sells out, right?
Yes,
Typically
we've
sells
sold
out.
out the last 2 years.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
So, people, grab your tickets, snag. And if by any chance you're listening to this episode after the date, we will also have information so of how you can connect with Jasmine um, post event. Okay, and maybe ask her about her leadership programs. So, Jasmine, I just want to say thank you so much for coming on today and sharing with us your amazingness and how you have managed to just build an amazing empire for yourself, your children, your family, your clients, and this world. So I just want to say thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much for having me
You're
on.
you're welcome. All right. Talk soon.